I will be able to do it, and it's hard for men to form emotional relationships in such cases. Anyways,
Mm.
she found a partner quickly and easily. Wife wanted open relationship, now regrets it.
How
I'm a,
so?
I'm a man of 29 years of age, and my wife is 30. We've been together for 7 years and have been married for 4. Last year, she came up with the idea of opening the relationship to try out new things. I said
Mm.
it's not something comfortable for me and would like to stay monogamous. I felt
Mm.
weird because it came out of nowhere.
No, it wasn't out of nowhere, but continue.
We were doing good and planning to build a family together. After my reply, she insisted a lot.
Mm.
In the end, I decided to give it a try. Here are the boundaries she set.
Mm. What are the boundaries? Tell me. I'm curious.
You should always prioritize the spouse instead of the other partner.
Mm.
Always use protection.
Mm-hmm.
Do not bring the partner to the shared house.
Mm.
Do not form overly emotional connections.
Mm.
I told her I'm not sure if I can do something of some of these things. I'm an
She's stuck
emotional
as an
person.
alien.
I'm an emotional person though.
Mm.
Emotional person, though I love the physical part too. She said, it's okay. I will be
Mm.
able to do it, and it's hard for men to form emotional relationships in such cases. Anyways,
Mm.
she found a partner quickly and easily.
Then let me tell you something. It wasn't she didn't find the partner quickly. The partner was already there. She just wanted a legal way to cheat on you. But okay, continue.
Yeah, so not cheating if
It's
it's.
not cheating. Okay, that's true. That's true. If you condone it.
My wife was my first relationship partner, so I was not confident in myself. I
Cheat
did
on.
not have I
Okay.
did not have great chances in my 20s. Eventually, after clearing out most of my work, I decided to try finding a partner in my spare time.
Ooh.
Surprisingly, I was flocked with interest from younger or around my age women.
She thought he was a sucker.
I knew maturing and aging did a great job for me, but
What?
not.
What?
I knew maturing and
Mm.
aging did a great job for me, but not to this extent. I started talking to multiple people, but decided to go ahead with only one of them. When I shared this information with my wife, she seemed surprised,
She thought I said she thought he was a sucker.
but congratulated me.
Mm. She thought she was the only one.
She said she is shocked
Oh.
how beautiful this woman is and that I was able to get her.
Mm.
It's been 10 months since finding a partner, but the more I got to know them and spend time with them, uh, it's her. It's the uh, PC way of saying instead of her, I guess. But anyway, uh, the more I spent time with her, we uh, we formed an emotional connection together.
Mm.
This woman is aware of my situation and respects my boundaries. I realized I lost emotional and physical connection with my wife over time. I know one of the boundaries were about emotional connections and prioritizing the spouse, but I told her I was not sure if I could comply with some of these.
Mm.
I had a difficult talk with my wife last week about my situation. She immediately offered closing the relationship and going to couples counseling, but I am not interested, to be honest. She feels no different than a friend for me, and I am afraid I built resentment for her due to the open relationship situation. I told her it would just extend the misery for me and I would like to have a divorce. She flipped and cried, saying, I am throwing everything away just for a fling.
Oh.
KR, do you think the man is wrong for considering a divorce in this situation? Guys, let us know in the comments as well what
Yeah,
you think.
let us know. This is the classical theory that when you open the Pandora's box, you have to live with everything that comes with it. And like I said, when you were talking, I already know where this was going. Because a lot of times when someone offers you that deal, it's because there's already a deal in place.
Yeah.
So she thought he was a lame. She thought she had a sucker on her hand. Literally. She thought he wasn't gonna pull anything. If lucky, he would pull something. I'm not gonna say what he would pull, but uh, um, no. It's not what you think. If I would say it,
Just go.
it
Just
would be
talk.
disrespectful towards certain women.
Just talk. Just talk.
But yeah, so she basically thought he wouldn't do anything, and then he popped up with a young thing, a young thing, a better version of her.
Doesn't say that though.
Well, he doesn't say he's a nice guy. I know. Otherwise, she wasn't shocked, right? He showed it to her, a young thing, fresh.
But legal.
Yes, disclaimer, of course. I mean, we gotta give the disclaimers, you know? But hey, man, it's sometimes when you make your bed, you gotta lie in it, man. And she chose, because the thing is this, right? This is all at all times. I've never seen someone offering this deal without a deal already being in place. So you already know that when she comes to you and says, "Let's open up the relationship," it's because she has someone. Oh, she has a work husband who wants to become more than work husbands. Wants to
Have work kids.
work kids, or no, maybe not
Work
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 kids.
intercourse.
uh she wants to ride the pony at work, or maybe it doesn't have to be work. She has someone,
Yeah.
or an old fling that wants to come back into your life, and she thought he was gonna sit at home and be a sucker. And what's the question? Is it right that he asked for divorce? I
Yeah,
mean,
he's saying he's not really interested in going to counseling.
I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna pay someone to tell you that she was right,
Yeah.
and you know she's not right.
Yeah, now I get what you're saying.
Come on, man. Save your money because you need it if you're going to divorce her.
Yeah.
Now you gotta pay for counseling, and now you gotta pay for a lawyer, and then she's gonna take. Well, I hope he had a prenup. Otherwise, she take half. So that anyway.
Yeah. Well, the thing I see is when I read it, I dissect it. It it she's the one who came up with the idea. She's the one who insisted. And then he says, I decided to give it a try. And here's like a red flag, right? Because then he says, here are the boundaries she set.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been different if he brought it up and
Mm-hmm.
she would say, yeah, you know what? If we're going to do it, this is the way it is. But now I am telling you we're going to do this. And I'm also setting the boundaries. It's like, did you consult with a lawyer first before you agree to these terms? Is my question as a figure of speech.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I do agree with you. She probably had someone there already. But she might have already done something with that other person and now wants to open it so she can feel better about herself.
Yeah. It's
And
probably yes. That's
it can,
probably what happened.
yeah. And you see that a lot of times when people suggest it, if you suggest something, you need to be willing to live with it. I remember seeing a TED talk about a woman that was talking about her parents being married,
Mm-hmm.
they're still married. And
Mhm.
since she was a little kid, the man had his girlfriend. So the father had his girlfriend, and the mother had her boyfriend, but they
Mhm.
were married. And so she always saw like a loving relationship between the two, but
Mhm.
each one of them had, and they had like clear agreements. I mean, I believe very few people can do it.